What's up, guys? Welcome back. Got another PSA grading back today. These are some of my old PSA cards that came back, 9s and 8s. This one's out of 10 out of Collegiate, National Treasures, out of 5 out of Flawless, and then a select RPA of Jalen Waddle. Now, just my general question for collectors: would you rather have, say, a PSA 8 of Justin Herbert out of 10, or say a Jalen Waddle PSA 10 out of Select out of 99? Not what I have here, but do you think the grade is worth more, or are you more interested in the player and the lower number? Leave a comment below and we'll go from there. But we got 30 cards here today. I did this with a drop-off event in Jersey City, so I drove up and dropped off my cards in person. This is a lot of cards, so I'm actually going to slide this over to the side and just pull out one at a time, because there's just too many to work with here. But the event was pretty cool, pretty easy. You just show up. If you have submitted before, you know how to package it and all that. If you don't know how to, they'll help you and do it for you as well. So our first card is a Rashee Rice Super Bowl champion out of National Treasures out of 2 on the Nike swoosh. This one came back a PSA 7. I was hoping for at least an 8, but these thicker cards tend to have a hard time grading, so not surprised. But still a sick card. Nike swoosh, auto, RPA usually does really, really well. So pretty solid as far as that one goes. Our next one is out of Flawless. Emmitt Smith on the Diamond Pro Bowl, 1 out of 5. See the diamond right there. PSA 10. So another thick card. This one came encased, so I wonder if a thick card that has been encased versus a card that comes raw out of the box plays a big role. So keep that in mind when you send in thicker cards. But a PSA 10 out of 5. Going back to these, I guess that's the ideal one. And another thick card, Flawless Zach Thomas All-Pro Ink out of 8 on the Ruby, PSA 10. Another beautiful card. And then following that, out of Collegiate Flawless, first off the line, 3 out of 3 on the pink, Christian Kirk. Pretty impressive on the Flawless cards getting 10s. Very excited about that. All right, and then we have a Roschon Johnson out of 10 out of National Treasures Collegiate, PSA 8. So that's kind of what I thought the Rashee Rice was going to get, but I think this one was in a little better of condition, but both are absolutely beautiful cards. I think he has a big year next year, depending on what they end up doing with Justin Fields. All right, following that, a Flawless Michael Pittman out of 10, Sapphire, PSA 9. Absolutely beautiful card. He had a really good season this year. So once they get Anthony Richardson back, I'm curious how he does. And then following that, another Flawless card out of 25, Roger Staubach, PSA 9. Beautiful card on the dual patch. Lots of good stuff. I've been kind of collecting a lot and getting ready to send all these out, so I had a big pile of good cards ready to go. And here's another stud out of Green Bay, Jaden Reed, out of 10, out of Gold Standard, PSA 8. Nice little patch, RPA. And then following that, Justin Herbert, Red Flood, PSA 9. This one's out of 29. 3 out of 29. Beautiful. This comes out of Obsidian T-Mall, which may be my favorite box to rip. I don't know if anyone has ripped that before, but usually it's only about 100 to 150, I'd say, and you guaranteed a Red Flood, which is awesome. It's out of 29. You get a good rookie on the Red Flood, and you're sitting pretty. Speaking of good rookies, Kyron Williams, it wasn't his rookie season because he was drafted last year, but he had a breakout sophomore season. This one is a Zenith Artist Press Proof out of 25. Came back at PSA 8. Really nice card. Has a lot of hollow to it. Shimmers. Still want to count. Silver Sports says Shimmy Shine on it. But beautiful card. And I think he has a great future ahead of him. I mean, he looked so good this year. A lot of fantasy football owners very happy. Speaking of fantasy football owners being happy, another Kenneth Walker. I have 3 Kenneth Walker autos now. This one is by far the best card I have. It's National Treasures out of 25, and it's first on print, PSA 8. The other 2 are PSA 10s, I believe, or one's a PSA 10, but National Treasure is just one of the best products out there. And here's our first 1 of 1 that I've ever graded, and it is a David Ojabo mini vinyl, gold vinyl 1 of 1 out of Legacy. This came out of a Dare to Tear. I ripped open the Dare to Tear. Out came David Ojabo, PSA 9 on it. There's the little 1 of 1. He has been injured a lot. If he stays healthy, I think he'll have a monster year next year, but he has trouble staying on the field. So hopefully he gets on the field because I have his 1 of 1. And here's the little throwback from 1994. A Michael Jordan Collector's Choice Upper Deck Rookie Class Baseball card, PSA 10. Pretty cool card. I like that he's fake shooting a basketball on it. Very happy that I got a PSA 10. I think that's amazing. All right, and then second place loser, Brock Purdy, rated rookie, PSA 9. Out of Optic, just the base card, but figured with all the hype around him, might as well get that one graded. Can't hurt. And another Optic, second place loser, Joe Burrow, PSA 9. Which design, I'm curious, do you like better? The 2020 or the 2022? Kind of similar in ways, but I don't know. Both good looking cards. I think maybe this one, just because the nameplate is colored per team, where this one's just a blank gray. I don't know, that may be the only way I'm leaning. All right, another rated rookie, second place loser, Christian McCaffrey, PSA 10. Beautiful card. Glad that one got a 10. He's just a monster. Maybe the best running back in our generation. I don't know if anybody else is even close. Speaking of the best of a generation, Barry Bonds, rookie card, PSA 9. I thought this was going to get a 10, to be honest. I thought it was centered pretty well. Maybe the back threw it off. I don't know, but really thought that would get a higher grade, but beautiful card nonetheless. One of the best to ever play the game, and not a bad grade. We'll take it. And following that, potentially the #1 draft pick, Caleb Williams on the pink refractor, PSA 8. Pretty card. Curious where he ends up. Yeah, he's either going to the Bears or somebody's trading for the Bears pick, I guess. I don't really know where they're going to go with it, but should be exciting for him nonetheless. And our second 1/1, Noah Fant out of Unparalleled on the Burst auto. One, I love this card. It reminds me of the Kaboom kind of look, with an auto, and it's horizontal. PSA 9 also, by the way. I don't know if I said that, but it's also a 1/1. So very fun product to rip. Lots of numbered cards, not too expensive. Would highly recommend ripping some Unparalleled if you ever get the chance. But sick card. He had a really he kind of is like nothing flashy, but he has good years. He's on the Seahawks right now, and I think he had like 4 touchdowns and like 500 yards or something like that. Nothing crazy, nothing flashy, but 1/1, so might as well grade it. TJ Watt got a PSA 7. Kind of shocked by that one. I don't know if it was the centering or if it's these perforated kind of rolled edges. I mean, I don't know. Beats me. But PSA 7. And then following that, this beautiful legendary card, Barry Sanders, PSA 10. Absolutely beautiful. Very happy that this one got a 10. This one in the Michael Jordan. I sent in some throwback cards that one of my friends inherited, so getting them graded for him was kind of fun, and I was curious what each one would get because I never sent in anything really old school yet. But absolutely awesome. Very excited that that got a 10 for him. And then I'll do these two together just because they are very similar. We got 2 Dragon Scales out of Select T-Mall. Both PSA 10s, both out of 89. This one's 69 out of 89. And this one's 62 out of, or 82, I can't tell. 82, yeah, out of 89. Both sick cards, 2-time MVP, 2 PSA 10s of them. There you go. That's pretty big stuff for him. He just needs a Super Bowl ring, and he's pretty much a guaranteed Hall of Famer. And then here's a nice gold shimmer of Joey B out of Prism Draft Picks. PSA 9. This one's out of 15. 10 out of 15. Joe Burrow out of 5 on the gold Elite Playmakers, PSA 10. Very happy with the PSA 10s. I was doing the kind of keeping track of how many cards I sent in and how many got which grade, and we do pretty well grading wise. Here's a Aurora of Scotty Barnes, PSA 8. Pretty card. I was curious with this one because it's kind of like a canvasy type material, and I haven't really sent canvases into PSA, but did pretty good, so can't complain. And then here's a Kyron Williams, Red Stars out of Optic T-Mall. You can tell I'm a big T-Mall fan. I think their products are just a little rare, and you're guaranteed more out of their box, even though there's less cards. So, but PSA 9 on that one of Kyron Williams. and I was speaking about the red floods out of the Optic or the Obsidian T-Mall. You can also hit red flood autos, which is what I got here of Aiden Hutchinson, PSA 8, red flood auto out of 6, 1 out of 6. So I mean, you could potentially, and if you get an auto, you can hit also a red flood, both of these in one. So usually you get 2 if there's a auto in it as well. So it's a pretty sick box if you open up. And the last 2 we got a Ken Griffey Jr. PSA 8 out of Topps, 1989, his rookie year. Again, I thought this would do better than the other ones, but apparently not. I don't know if it was centering or what, but kind of shocked that it only got that grade. And then following that, we have Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett, PSA 9. Stud of a player, really really good, so very excited. Overall, I've sent in probably around 140 cards to PSA. I've had 50 of them come back PSA 10s, 61 of them come back PSA 9s, and then the rest have been 8s, 7s, 6, or 5s. Haven't had anything lower than a 5. Don't really know what was wrong with the 5 when I was looking at it, but yeah, overall, having 110 come back PSA 9 or 10 is pretty good, so I can't complain. And the cards that I have obviously are very sought after. That'd be a good word to use, phrase. But let me know. 30 cards, 9 were 10s, 11 were 9s, and then the rest were 8s and 7s this submission. So overall pretty good. Very excited with the Super Bowl and it ending and the new season, and hopefully things figure out with the Eagles, because I'm an Eagles fan, so hoping they get their stuff together with some new coordinators and players. Like I said, let me know what you think and leave a comment. I look forward to reading and having conversations with other collectors as well. All right, thank you guys. Bye.